Mel Towey. I am an EOS Implementer. Simply put, I'm a coach, I'm a teacher, and I'm a facilitator. Some days I play referee, and some days a business therapist. It just depends on the day. What I am not is a consultant. So EOS stands for the Entrepreneurial Operating System. It's a powerful framework that helps businesses simplify and streamline their operations. We focus on clarity, accountability, and execution. Look, we've overcomplicated business. Every single business owner knows as companies grow, so does the complexity, right? Without a consistent way to operate, businesses get stuck. They get frustrated, and they often end up stalled or simply failing. EOS recognizes that every team member brings unique energy to the table. When that energy is aligned and focused, it leads to extraordinary results. When companies come to me, they usually know what they do. They know who their customers are, but they're frustrated. It's the beat your head against the wall. They feel like the business is running them, not the other way around. They're struggling with profitability. We're all in business to make money, right? High turnover or simply hitting a ceiling. This is just the concept that what got them to this point isn't going to get them to the next level. Okay? What got you to 10 million isn't going to get you to 20 million. They need a consistent way to operate. That's missing from their business, and that's where the EOS framework comes in. So when I teach the EOS model is built on the understanding that every business wrestles with like a million issues every day. Okay? But those challenges and issues are really truly symptoms of deeper underlying issues. By strengthening just 6 key components, that's it, right? Vision, people, data, issues, process, and traction, I'm able to help my clients address the root cause. And when you start to do that, everything else starts to fall into place. It's fun to see. It really is a holistic approach. It's part of the reason I fell in love with it. My clients stay falling in love with it. EOS doesn't just solve the surface level problems. So for those of you who like to stay up here, it's not gonna work, right? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's where the transformation comes in. Really drilling down to the core of the issues, it begins there. I work with leadership teams of companies of all sizes, but typically 10 to 250 employees. They're privately owned. What I do require and what EOS requires is the leadership team must be open-minded. They must be respectful. They have to be growth-oriented. So the sticks in the mud that don't work, okay, that doesn't work with the EOS framework. These business owners are frustrated and they're looking for help. They have to be ready to be open and honest and vulnerable and be in pursuit of taking their company from good to great. You've got to be willing to embrace the process. I always tell my clients, trust the process, it will work. When I work with clients, we focus on 3 things. So if you think of 3 legs of the stool, first is vision, second is traction, third is health. You need all 3, but simply put, this is what I help teach. Vision, where are you going? Are you all rowing in the same direction? Are you making assumptions? Is everybody operating off the same strategy? This is all about direction, future, facing forward. Traction, this is just a silly word for discipline. Execution and accountability, this is where a lot of my leadership teams are lacking. They may have great vision, but they do not have the execution, discipline, and accountability they need. And healthy, yes, you have to have it, okay? It's one of those things that we make assumptions, health isn't that important, Mel. It is one of the 3 most important things here. Functional, cohesive, communicating, aligned. If you don't have that, the vision doesn't work and the traction doesn't happen. My job is to teach my clients the framework. I help them instill the discipline and empower them to lead independently. If they are relying on me to take this all the way down to the organization, then I'm not doing my job. I'm with them to make them experts and facilitate the wisdom they already have in the room. One of my key roles as an EOS implementer, and probably my favorite, is holding people accountable. I don't shy away from tough conversations. In fact, I encourage them. I like conflict. Okay? I do what needs to be done for the benefit of the team, my leadership teams, and the business. It's never easy, but once those tough conversations are put on the table, they're had, and the real issues are addressed, teams can move forward with greater clarity, alignment, and trust. It's absolutely amazing what tough conversations can do for a team's growth and success. My clients will tell you, I have an unwavering commitment to help them reach their full potential. I will stop at nothing to make sure that happens. Nothing. My approach is straightforward. I focus on accountability and I hold teams to their commitments while fostering an environment where tough conversations have to happen and strategic progress is made. I pride myself on being firm and direct, yet very respectful. Everybody always knows where Mel stands in a session room, whether it's leading quarterly sessions or supporting teams between meetings with the EOS framework. Okay, the framework stays the same, but as an implementer, my approach and how I meet teams where they're at is tailored to fit the needs of the organization and the leadership teams. The work is simple, it's not easy. With EOS, you create a profitable business with the right people in the right seats, executing consistently. It's incredibly rewarding to see businesses transform. Watching my clients shift from chaos to clarity from the time they start the system, through the process, from the struggle to success. That's why I do it. It's the most rewarding career I've ever had.